24th, we've got the big storm in the east. This is Nashville, Tennessee. The temperature right now, 19 degrees. It's snowing. It's one of those cities, though, where the snow could turn to ice and cause major problems. We'll do kind of a mini West Coast deep dive into the East Coast Stormageddon, if you will. And then there's 100 and some million people under the gun. This is a big deal storm. This is an historic storm. You're going to have flight delays that are going to impact you for if you're traveling for the next 2 or 3 days. You're going to have cold air that's going to settle in over the eastern seaboard that's going to last for 7 days. The storm's going to move on, and the ice will melt and try to melt. But the cold air is going to linger. So that's going to be a problem, especially with power outages. Kind of a cool thing, the Eagles are back. Well, Shadow's back in the nest, getting ready. So I think I got him there right now. So when we check that, then rain coming, just like that. It's not looking awesome, but the models, we're just going to do this model. This is the time right now where we just go every day, every other day, a couple times. We're not going to go worrying too much about out 10 days, only because they're fluctuating a lot. They're all over the map. We've got a cool north to south, California north to south. So I hope you bear with me there. And then nature snacks, which are awesome. This is Nashville. Like I say, it's snowing. This is one of those spots that could turn to rain. This is New York City. It's going to be snow up there most likely, maybe a little sleet. The ice will be a little further south. Yes, that's a gorilla. Wow, that's freaking bonus, right? I didn't see that. When I see stuff like that, I always am drawn to it and shy away because I'm like, who's the crazy dude in the gorilla suit? The guy probably makes like $10,000 a day or whatever he's doing. I don't know. Anyway, so I digress. New York's going to have an issue because it's a big city, but it's also they're going to get snow. They're going to get 6 inches to maybe a foot of snow. You get a foot of snow in New York, you got problems, and you got a lot of people. In terms of infrastructure, it's not going to be like in the South. In the South, where the ice storms are, they're going to lose power. There's going to be big issues. Around here, we're just going, the fog. But the fog, not as bad as it has been as you look out in the Central Valley towards Taft. You see the fog, the valley fog. But it appears, it appears like it's kind of breaking on the edges a little bit. I think we're going to see more clearing today. Truckee Airport today, 17 degrees, a bluebird day. We've talked about the bluebird day. Thanks for joining. I don't usually do things on Saturday, but I think this storm is significant enough that it requires our time. Oh, hello, right? How stoked are we? I'm sure that's Shadow, the boy, and he's awesome. Like Jackie's the wife. We'll look at him again at Nature Snacks, but he gets in that nest early, man. He gets it all just right. He's always trying to impress her. He's talking a little. Let's see if he's talking. Huh. I thought he was talking. I'm weirdly excited about them. It was so fun last year. And just kind of watching, I kind of really, I think I shed a tear when the babies, we lost one, remember? But 2 of the babies lived. I'd love to see them. Every once in a while, somebody will show video of them. This is the storm. And it is significant. Is it everything they're saying it is? Yes, it is. It is. That's what I think I'm good at, is perspective, because I'm so old, sketchy. People go, oh, this is the biggest storm ever. And it's like, no, there's one like 6 years ago. This is a big storm. This will be a record setter. And the main reason is you got all this cold air coming off the Canadian plate, just massive cold air. So the temperatures like we saw in Chicago is like, 12 degrees right now, 10 degrees. This is very cold. And then this is that system that went through here, that cut off low. Remember that one we were tracking for a couple of days? Well, it dropped down here, remember? And then it's shooting out here. Well, it's just blowing a fire hose of extremely moist, unusually warm air into this zone. And that's going to go up over, because here's how it works, right? Cold air is like a wedge. Like picture a wedge, like a wedge of cheese or something. And the cold air just does it's narrow in the front, and it goes right under the warm air. The warm air just goes up over it. Well, now the warm air is raining into the cold air, which is still above the surface. So the rain goes into the cold air, gets down here in this area, and it's going, oh, I'm cold now, I should start to freeze. But water takes a little while to freeze. So if it's in the right position, which it will be, the rain is going to freeze. You're going to have freezing rain, which freezes on telephone poles and causes major power outages and causes major problems. The storm's going to be a big storm. And is it a storm by storm standards? Like when I think of a storm, when you think of a storm, no, it's not like the Pacific Coast storm. This is like a slow-moving wedge of cold air that's going to be, when it starts doing ice storm stuff, it's going to do it for an hour or 2 hours. It doesn't do it for a few minutes like these pulses we have. So it'll pulse, but it's going to be consistent. So especially down in the south. So this is the GFS. We can see one thing. Put your eyes out on the east, and then see look how quickly it kicks out, right? So that kicks out. That's Monday afternoon. It kicks out. The dynamics kick out, right? The trough. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. They're getting a little ridging. Well, yeah, but that cold air isn't moving. That cold air is going nowhere. So they are under a cold air zone for a while. Now we come out west, and you can actually see, we can see this guy too. This is where their fuel came from, the warm air. So there's kind of a ridge where there's 28th right here. That's our break, hopefully. And that's farther than I want to go because all this is blather. There's nothing there. So the 28th. And on this model, sea level pressure rainfall, first thing, we're going to look at some wind today. That's probably what's helping the fog in the valley clear out, especially in the North Valley. But we're looking for anything blue over us, and there's something on the 28th, right? So that's it. That's as far out as I want to go. Because the rest of it's kind of misleading. This is a picture. This is the area of warm air meeting the cold air. And this is as of this afternoon and tonight. So that's kind of the sweet spot for this thing right here. And it's hard to see. Let's see if I can see where that. Actually, I did a better thing I can do. I'll show you what we'll do. We'll go to rainfall accumulation because I want you to see where that moisture, where that wedge kind of stalls the moisture, right? And there it is. It's right in here. So this is, Kentucky, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, parts of Louisiana. That's the ice area right there. There will be more ice further north, but these areas are guaranteed ice. And again, ice storms are, in terms of weather, super hard to forecast. Like, super hard to forecast. And that's why there's going to be a lot of busted forecasts because these poor, and I don't often say this because I don't feel sorry for my ilk at all, especially TV meteorologists, but poor TV meteorologists because they're under the pressure, right? You got a little region. Like when I was at Santa Rosa, I would have had Rincon Valley and just the area, right? The Russian River. I'd have this area, and it's micro. I mean, you and I just did a big old macro broad brush. Those guys are good. It's guys going, hey, what's going to happen on Cherry Street at 7 o'clock on Sunday? My kid's having a party, and the TV guys, who's most likely not a meteorologist but a great guy or gal, is going to go. He's going to have to commit. So it's brutal. I've been there. I mean, I don't mind it, but in an ice storm situation, it's brutal. Okay, so this is Mount Shasta. This is out towards this is out by Weed. Reading today, you guys go 61 degrees. How awesome is that? Hope you got a good weekend planned up. Hope you got the kids around, or the grandkids, or the neighbors, or something cool. This is interesting. I'm looking at fog now. I just noticed that. Let's change this up. This is out towards the Alturas area. Let's go over there and see what that cloud cover is. I guess that's just fog. Yeah. We're looking towards the south here from Devil's Garden is the name of the spot, but it's basically Alturas area. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And then you can see Mount Shasta to the north up here. North to south, everybody. Crescent City today is going to go 61 degrees. Yeah, you know what's funny? I chimed in on that sidetrack adventure guy, and I thought at first I just thought he was because he's so He does really nice camera work, and he's just cool. But he's not like old school TV at all, which is awesome. And I was kind of like, oh, that poor guy. He works so hard. And I thought, for some reason, I thought he'd get like, 100 views or something, because that's how you judge in this business. You look at the views, and I know what low views feel like. So it's like, But he's like, I looked at yesterday. I looked last night. I watched it, and I was like, oh, 1 million views. Got it. He's huge. And that, my friend, is the beauty of this medium, right? Steve, who I think that's his name, he's passionate, he cares, he puts a lot of effort into what he does, and people come to it. He's not being produced. I mean, we were, when in TV, we were overly produced. We had layers of people above us telling us not what to say, but how to say it, when to say it, why to say it, what, don't do this, don't go too long, don't do too much forecast, don't do enough, right? And here Steve comes along and goes, yeah, I'm just going to walk around in the sagebrush and look for, and not go on camera a lot, which I find a lot of respect for, just because he's not an ego dude at all. Well, maybe he is, but he's walking through the sagebrush looking for this state line of Nevada, California, Oregon. Like, and he's still walking. He'll do it. He'll hold that walk and it's like, that's awesome. It's literally, so that's the beauty of this. So if you come to YouTube, that's the kind of thing you'll find, and all the stuff you like and I like will rise to the surface. And Steve, like Huell Houser, would have killed in this venue, right? God, who doesn't love Huell? And again, Huell was the same way. The thing with Huell, here, let's do another shot. This is for Jones. The thing with Huell, what I always love, because in television, there's things called edits, right? And a little fog this morning. And Huell he goes, screw that, man. We're on the road. Editing takes time. We're just going to do hard smash cuts, and they would he wouldn't edit. He would just, if he screwed up and said, hey, so a sun comes up in the west, and and he'd keep going. He knew it comes up in the east, but he's like, I ain't going to go back and do that. I'm just going to figure out what this little Hummel is all about, and why this person has a Hummel, and his grandma gave. What's your grandma's name? I mean, awesome. Not making fun of it. When I used to, because I didn't get it, now I get it. I go, it's awesome. It's so counter to the world we live in, right? And Steve, you do the same thing. You are awesome. And I like his history, because I'm super vigilant. I'm vigilant about weather, but I'm vigilant about history, because I think I know a lot about it, California history. And I caught him on a couple small details, but he wouldn't know those. This is Cedar Butte's ancient volcano, just extinct. The Feather River Canyon, which I had many good times in. Talked about the flume thing. It gives me the chills to think about it now, because the tunnel was about, you could fit me in an inner tube, and it would go pitch ass dark in there. And if anything happened, you would just die in there. And we did lose. You know what? Dave texted me and said, because he grew up in Paradise, Shalom, who does Blue Dot, which is a really good podcast. Really good podcast. Very local. The guy's kind of a geologist dude, outdoorsman. But he was telling me, he mentioned a name that I hadn't heard in a while, and that had passed. So we lost a lot of, that's the other thing. Oh, the myth of the small town. This is Elk Grove. And not the myth, but the thing about small towns, and I'm whispering because nobody seems to get it. They're gnarly. I mean, a lot of fighting, a lot of drinking, a lot of people dying, a lot of kids, car wrecks, guns, people. I mean, I won't do it and I loved it because I survived it. It was, and maybe it's true of all places, but little towns, we were looking for stuff to do. You know what I mean? We were looking for stuff to do. And it was awesome. I loved every minute of it, but I lost friends. I know. A lot of car stuff, 2-lane roads, right? Ice, fog, a lot of gun stuff. This is, let's see if I can get this to go. It looks like it doesn't want to. This is Mount Tam. Yeah, I know, I started to bring you down. But that's the thing. It's not a myth of a small town, but the thing about small towns is we even had like some active racism going on there, which was like, Paradise was pretty liberal town, a lot of artists, a lot of musicians, but we definitely, it was like, I mean, I'm not going to get into it there was stuff, and that's why, this is Lake Tahoe. I'm going off on a tangent here, but It's funny because I knew I had to move. I think I told you guys the other day, I went to Chico for a year and then realized with my high school girlfriend who was still in high school. And I'm like, okay, this is a low point. Not because it wasn't the high school, it wasn't their fault. It's like, what? I'm 19. What are you doing at a high school, right? Homecoming dance. And anyway, I had fun, drank a bunch of beers, and I was fine. But it's just when I moved to the city, I got to get out. So I moved to Berkeley, and it was terrifying. And I was terrified, not because I thought everything was so aggressive where I grew up. I thought that was how the big city was. And I think a lot of small town people feel this way. You think, oh my God, you know how gnarly it is here? Because it is. I know it is. I was there. Um, it, in the big city, you think, oh, it's just going to be paradise times 100, right? There's more people. There's more scariness. There's more. And I got down to Berkeley, and I was like, oh my God, everybody's really nice. That guy, we disagreed, and that guy didn't throw a punch. That guy's, it's weird. It's the people, we were terrified. I was terrified of the city because I thought the city was just going to be more stuff. I know. And I'm not busting little towns at all. I'm just saying, I think it's I think it's how it is. I think it's how it is. And all the thing in a small town, everything's just boiled down. Bad things happen elsewhere too. But in the small town, there's less people to, so if you lose a couple people in a car wreck or on graduation night, you're like, oh God, yeah. So anyway, that's a lot more than you probably wanted to hear. That's Salinas Valley, land of John Steinbeck. That I love California, right? Who doesn't? There's Point Conception. I supered it, and I will again, Chumash land, because that was a very sacred spot to them. And somebody else, I love that. You guys point out awesome stuff. This is Grapevine. Somebody else pointed out, which was awesome. It was like I said, yeah, I was talking about place names, like Markleyville and the bridge and Bridgeport and the Toll Bridge, and this is kind of out towards Bakersfield, towards Grapevine. And he goes, dude, I bet it had a name before they got there. I'm like, oh yeah, whoops, right? So I feel like it's important when we talk about these place names and stuff to, there's the fog. Where are we there? Is that Ridgecrest? No, that just happened. We're going to have to see if we can, no, we can't do it. Oh, this is Los Angeles. Interesting. Yeah, Los Angeles. That's just a cloud though. There's a little bit towards Ridgecrest, which I love that shot. It's beautiful. That's classic California. And then this will be Saddleback Mountain. Yeah, those are the clouds we saw in LA. This is down towards Irvine and Laguna Beach. Okay, yeah. It's one of those days. Yeah. Oh, the place name thing though, right? I mean, yeah, who am I to say, oh yeah, old man Markley built a bridge, and boy, that goes all the way back to 1851. It's like, yeah, what about the dudes that were here 2, 3, 4? They had a name for it, and I appreciate that, and I'm going to remember that too, because being Mr. California, I'm so all about the place, but you kind of also have to not be so all over, because being all about the place means it's all about us. Not even close, man. Not even close. These are the forecast highs for today. Beautiful day. And then tomorrow. It's a little cooler tomorrow. What the hell? Yeah, a little cool. What's going on tomorrow? Oh, yeah, 2 more clouds. Okay. And then that goes away. Make that go away. Oh, and then these are the winds I found up around Lake Tahoe. 44 mile an hour gusts, 52 mile an hour gusts. That's this is kind of up by Donner Summit kind of a place. That's real windy. And we're seeing some wind down in the valley too. The red numbers represent, these are surface obs, see? There's San Francisco. There's a dense fog advisory. No fog really, not much fog in the north. And that red number, 23 mile an hour up around just south of Chico, that's the wind gust. So this map is horribly, horribly useful. And again, if I want to go, I'll zoom in a little and you get more resolution. So let's go to this 44. Let's go to the 53. So that's 53 mile an hour gust. Temperature's 28. Wind is blowing in, I just do this from time to time so you know, is blowing in that direction. These are updated all the time, every hour. So the wind is blowing this way towards the ball, and these flags represent 10 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour. So it's sustained at 25 miles an hour, gusting to 53. miles an hour, which is significant. And we can do a deeper dive, temperature 28, dew point 12 degrees, relative humidity 51%, wind speed sustained 26, gust to 53, max temp 30, blah, 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 max gust 56. So even a little stronger. That's a great map. And then this is the national map. And again, this storm is big because of all this cold air. And it just comes in and creates that wedge, right? Like this. And that warm air coming in, that's from our west coast subtropical system. That air just goes up and over. And then, so here's this cold air. Here's this layer of warm now. So it's raining. And it rains into this cold layer. And this cold layer, the rain as it goes down, it takes a little while to freeze. It doesn't just freeze on contact. So it goes into this cold layer and it freezes onto things. It freezes at the surface. Sometimes it's sleety and icy, but that temperature sandwich, warm above cold, with some cases you're going to have warm above cold, multiple layers. It's because it's mixing. It's like a deck of cards at that elevation. So there's going to be many layers. So flying in an airplane, especially if I was a private pilot, I would stay the heck away. In terms of airports, it's going to be sketchy. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But yeah, private pilots, I wouldn't even go up. This is all winter storm warnings. Ice storms are in the purple. That's what we looked at earlier. These areas up here, they're going to maintain pretty good, sleet, snow. Down here, where you're getting into that much warmer air mass, you're going to be having issues. And that's, again, this cold air is going to last for days. There's going to be power outages. There's people who are going to be without power for a bunch of days in the South, in the deep South. Not everybody's rich. Not everybody has fancy furnaces and backup generators and stuff. And so, where I grew up in Paradise, people lived in trailers, right? My friends lived in trailers. It was awesome. But the damn trailers, they get cold as hell. And if you don't have heat, yeah, so that's going to be, this is the story. And it's not just today and tomorrow, it's Sunday into Monday. And then that cold air lasts beyond that. Let's look at the airports. And Chicago O'Hare. So these are the hubs, right? So 413 flight delays. This is flightaware.com. This is 413 delays. That's a lot in all nationwide, and then over 400 cancellations today. And then these are the hubs, and the hubs. Look at Dallas. Holy smokes, Dallas they're having all sorts of issues already. Wow, they really are. They said they got. Wow. The red represents how they're running. This is all recent because I just looked. So Dallas is impacted. You see Chicago's impacting LA and Seattle. See the red lines? That's saying those lines are getting busted up because of this storm. In other words, these flights, well, you know what it is. You're flying from Chicago to LA, all of a sudden that flight's not happening. So travel's going to be a thing. Earthquakes are a thing. Been busy. You guys down south have had a lot of earthquakes. We got a little one up here, 2.5, Cobb Mountain or Cobb Avenue, wherever that is, and then the 2.6. But nothing big. And there was a 4.6 on the Pacific Ring of Fire I saw. The swell, it's kind of just a click above what I like. Like I'll go out today, but I'm like, because some sets still, it's like, I'd say there's some 7-foot sets, 6 foot. When I say 6 foot, it's not as tall as me. It's a 6-foot set can be 10 to 12 feet, I think, if you do in Hawaiian. And that's, most of the Ocean Beach guys are kind of go on the Hawaiian scale because it's always big. You know how the Hawaiian thing got started? How much time I got? Okay. So the Hawaiians, back in the 60s, everybody from all the San Clemente guys and all the San Onofre guys started going to Hawaii because like, oh my God, the waves are good. Well, the Hawaiians, the waves are bigger over there, right? Just more consistent, kind of like NorCal, but even in some cases can be bigger because of the reefs. But the Hawaiians started undercalling the waves. Like Greg Nold get out there and Greg, oh my God, that's a 40-foot wave. And the Hawaiians go, no, brother, that's a 10-foot wave. We measure the backs, right? The back of the wave. And so that was always, and so they did it because they wanted the Californians to stay. They didn't want them to go away. They didn't want them hanging out there. So the Hawaiians still do it, which I love. They always, you talk Hawaiian about it. Like my son worked with Jamie O'Brien for years. I think they still do stuff together. And Jamie will go, no, I've been out on days. He goes, that's 4 foot. I'm like, oh, what was that 10-foot thing that just hit me on the head? Yeah, it's 4 foot though. I'm like, God damn. So that's kind of how it began. It was really an effort to keep Californians away. Our swell comes up to big next week. This is what I moved it to Friday next week. So you can kind of see the grain. See, that's mellow. And then this next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, it gets bigger, consequential. And this Ocean Beach today, Great Highway closed. I'm not going to get into the discussion of Great Highway open or Great Highway closed because I got friends on both sides of that. It's a big thing out of the avenues. It's a big place. If you've never been to San Francisco, avenues are big. And so there's a lot of people, and it impacts a lot of people. I'm not going to go there, though. One of my buddies who I really respect goes, listen, I brought it up one day, like a year ago, 2 years ago, and he goes, don't, Bill. Because I think I'm Mr. Local, right? Because I kind of grew up out there, but he's like, no, you don't. You're not Mr. Local, and you got no dog in this hunt, no dog in this fight, or whatever that term is. He goes, stay clear. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay clear. It was very respectful. And that was Point Conception, and then this is San Onofre, which a little bit windy, a little blown out, but still, ocean good, because look at all the room people have to go play, right? Even if I had a buddy right now and we were at 14, like, let's go out anyway. You're in the ocean, bobbing around. You get waves. This is Mount Shasta. Beautiful shot. I don't think there was any cloud cover this morning. I'd say a good day to climb, except it's windy up top. You can tell there's no moisture in the area, pretty dry, because there's no cap on that mountain, right? No cloud. Usually it'll generate some moisture. Oh, hello. Yeah, buddy. Look who's here. Awesome. So that would be our boy. Eagles right now are getting ready to lay. This is when the eggs get made. Look at him. Look at him work the nest. I kind of trying to take life lessons from, this is the male, this is Shadow. And then female's bigger, which is sometimes the case. And the male tends to be more, at least from my observations and what I've heard from you guys, meticulous about the nest. So, and he's always trying to impress Jackie. So when she starts laying, he'll come stand. We'll watch. This camera is. I think they're getting ready. She's getting ready to lay. He's getting ready because he knows she's getting ready to drop, and so he's going to make it just right. And that's kind of sweet, right? I know. It's awesome. I could watch that all day. Sometimes when we get into the storms and we get into her laying the eggs, I'll just put this up on the TV in the kitchen and watch it just live, and let the volume play because the sounds are beautiful. This is 21 degrees at North Star. This one gives me fits sometimes, but not today. I hear the snow is a little icy. I hear Sugar Bowl's been a little icy. Hudson tells me Palisades is okay. I'd guess North Star might be okay too. They do a lot of good grooming. 21 degrees at North Star. They do a lot of really awesome grooming on these mountains these days. And there it is, a little, I was going to say a fun run. These guys look pretty good shape. Yeah, I don't see numbers on anybody, so it makes me think they are in an organized thing. They're all wearing, the black thing is kind of cool. I love this camera, Venice Beach. And John Childs, Dr. John told me once, he said, rest his soul, surfer, Ocean Beach. He used to surf Fort Point when it was against the law because it was a military base. And there's pictures of him at Wise's old surf shop. But anyway, he told me once, he goes, there's something about people, man, they just got to move. And when I look at a picture like this, I go, yeah, there is something. I think it's move or die kind of thing. And you see it, when you see it, you go, yeah, move or die.
Oh no, the screen went wonk.
Sleep, and therefore, I mean, yeah, roads can still be pretty terrible, obviously, but everything else is not going to be significant at all. So, just leaning towards the severe side overall.
And it's really warmed up too, like 29 degrees now, and it was 23 earlier.
But that could be a sweet spot if it sticks around that 29 to 31 or so mark. Then may just keep raining and get pretty bad. Talk about a heat wave.
Now, the rain's mostly just been like a real light sprinkle. So, I don't know. That, well, we were in just like 5 minutes ago. Like, that was, if we kept doing that, like, I had 100% stay here.
Yeah, if I knew that was going to keep up, yeah.
I was only 129. Yeesh.
Shaden, how's it going out there in Little Rock? Stand by 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably looking at 3 to 5 inches up there in northwest Indiana. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, like I say, I just got us routed to Macon for the moment. That'll get us out of everything. That'll also bring us over to the main north-south Highway 45 corridor. I'm just popping back on here, dealing with. Anyway, I'm leaving now. I just left the hotel. The map showed this road down to Pine Bluff and out to Greenville being in good shape right now. I'm going to chance it. The worst that's going to happen is I hit a spot that I don't like. All I got to do is turn back around and come back to my hotel because I've got it for another night here in Little Rock. But I'm on my way for the tornado threat tomorrow.
Yeah, so we got a lot of the days here, right, man? Like, probably get down here like the southern end of this AC thread and stick with it for a little while, and then mosey south. Then we've got the rest of today to mess with this. So.
Yeah, copy that. No, I agree with that. little sketchy.
Oh man. Come on.
Yeah, man, I think
So-
the slush and sleet help the ice from not being too bad right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know, it's icing pretty good though. Like my hood is a solid sheet of ice again.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good sign. Yeah, don't trust the maps, I'll say that much, Jaden, because, I mean, the highway here is pretty, covered and fairly slippery, and it doesn't really show hardly any slowdowns at all on Google Maps. It's normal coloration. So I think sometimes the maps are even, honestly, the maps are showing good because there's like no traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, this road's doing okay, guys. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I got a little slippery right there.
I gotta say, so far, 5:30 on a Little Rock here, it's snow covered, so I mean, you can kind of cruise. It's icy underneath, but you can at least drive on it.
Screw it. I'm just gonna go into Clarksville and see what happens.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Yeah, Corey, it's a little dicey at times, that's for sure. You guys heading south? No?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the southern edge of the icy precip and just kind of tinker with that for a while, and then get out of it and head south tomorrow. I will stay in the ice, but make sure to get out of it easy.
You still on here? You asked me something earlier. Hey, something, Gene? I was just dealing with some stuff on the back end over here. When you radioed up, what's up, buddy? Just seeing how things are where you're at. Good, other than people yanking my footage left and right this morning. Did you get contacted by Fox yet? They sent me a text and they're like, we want this footage. I was like, all right, well, he works with Severe Studios. No, I have not. But do you know how they may have contacted me? I don't have anything on Twitter. I don't think they would have contacted you. They would have contacted Severe Studios.
Granted, that white car that couldn't make it up that hill, I think is behind us, like he's trying to fly through this. So we'll probably have a ditch banger here shortly.
I saw that in my mirrors just a little bit ago. I noticed I don't see him anymore, so I guess he's directly behind you back there still. But yeah, I noticed he was like, oh, there's a car coming up on us. But I think you're right, it's probably that same car.
Time to head into Clarksville.
I thought it was a cop at first, but yeah, I think it's that same white car.
I'm heading to Clarksville.
So one thing's for sure, it's all rain now. All rain. And 28 degrees. Are you still on here?
Huh?
Was that con? Alright, didn't see.
Yeah, I'm here.
So what's the totals looking like tomorrow and like Louisville to Cincy and all that? I have not had a chance to look. If you've looked,
Bottles have actually shifted it a little bit north, with the highest totals north of that corridor. It still has them getting like a foot, but it has up there like 18 inches north of there.
nice.
A lot of food options. I don't know what's open, but it's almost lunchtime. Yeah, this is getting rough though. There's not a lot going on. Except whatever's going on up here.
I have lost the snow and it's making it extremely difficult, but I'm still going. See if there's anything in Dyersburg or anything, I don't know.
What do we got going on here? A lot of focus again? Yep, you guys always know. You guys are locked in. For some reason, the focus keeps changing.
I just, I don't know if you noticed, but I just shut down weather-wise for a minute, opened it back up. Looks like things are working again, so.
All right, well, there's something interesting going on over here.
John in the chat said everything's up.
Oh, something interesting going on over here. I'm gonna go find out. So, that's what I'm gonna do over here. I'm gonna go find out. I'm gonna go put some bright flashy lights on our screen so I can sit for a second. Oh, we got a telephone pole, a truck into a telephone pole potentially. Okay, we got some interesting stuff here. Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on.
Why is it
But...
even open now? My phone shows full bars.
And here in Clarksville, got a truck that went off into a telephone pole, it looks like. So I finally have a chance to just sit and point the camera or something cool for like 10 minutes and not be driving.
If he knows he can't park there.
Oh, he knows. This truck is jacked.
Geez, hopefully he's alright. Yeah, I'm on the fence if I want to go down, if I go through Dyersburg and then go down to 40 and then take 40 east and then back up north, or if I want to just like straight up head towards like Clarksville, Franklin, that corridor. It looks like it's still snow up there for now. That car's not still behind you, is it, Corey?
No. Turned a little while ago.
Copy.
It's Clarksville, Tennessee. Travel conditions quickly deteriorating here, guys.
the roads can stay like this, like they are right now, all the way through it, I'll probably be able to make it. They're icy, but, you know, there's a sleet layer, and it's comforting.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing here, but, I mean, yeah, I just don't want to get too comfortable.
Yeah, usually like when you get this coating on the ground like we have now, where it's all slushy, you get a bunch of jagged edges. It makes for a rough ride when it ice is over, but the ragged edges kind of help keep the grip.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're about to lose it, but you're really not. You're just wiggling around.
It's just rough as heck.
Food review of White Castle.
I don't think anything. For the most part, I don't think anything's hard froze to the road or anything yet either.
I'm gonna take a hard pass on the White Castle food review. I'm good on that one. No thanks, chat. Yeah, White Castles would be brutal right now. We'll sit here for like 10 minutes and see what they're doing, and then we'll hit the road, go into Clarksville. But I'm curious on what's going on. Curious to see if they're trying to move the truck, if they got power crews coming. I want to see what happens here, guys. Stupid windshield. Oh, freaking smudge. Dang it. Bad windshield.
Okay, I got you. You guys got plenty of time. I'm still 3.5 hours out, so I mean, if anything, I'm the one that's supposed to be sweating it right now. But you guys are comfortably in position to go to Alabama, and like 3.5 hours by.
Yeah, my wiper fluid is my wiper fluid container has a hole in it, so I don't have any wiper fluid. So I'll just have to go, and all of the wiper fluid, all of the like window cleaner stuff is all these things are like frozen, so there's not even window like cleaner at these gas stations for me to use. It's a rough situation for the windshield. Let me put some heat on the windshield, thaw it out a little bit, turn it into water, and smear less or smudge less. Yeah, we got a truck into a telephone pole here, chat. Not sure what they're doing here, but looks like they're getting ready to maybe do something. Right now, they're just directing traffic. Thank you, Eric, for the $1 cash out, brother. Snow's picking up south of Clarksdale. Yeah, it's definitely going to pick up in intensity. That's why I came back here a little bit. The problem is it's going to pick up in intensity, and then it's going to change right to sleet. So it's going to be a short window of heavier snow. Eric, thank you for the $3 cash app. Oh boy, this is just making it worse. Smudges are getting worse. This is better. All right, we got some action now here. Got Lee's Automotive on the scene. Lee's Automotive is on the scene, chat. Is the pole gonna fall? I'm not sure. I think it would have already fallen if it did.
Oh yeah, I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah, we're just gonna sit and watch this, guys. Heavy snow is on the way. Just gonna sit here and watch this.
I was gonna make my way through Jackson, Mississippi, and then Gettysburg.
Time to watch Lee's Automotive cook, chat. Thank you, Zoe, for the PayPal donation. All right, looks like they're probably sorting out maybe some legal stuff, so you know, they can't sue poor Lee's Automotive or something. They're definitely not moving quick, that's for sure. Thank you, Scoo! Or Sco for the super chat. The pole slid into the truck. That valid explanation for what could have happened here. on, guys. Let's get this show on the road here. I'm trying to see this truck get moved. Pat and Jeff, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the compliment, brother. Roger. I'm just chilling here in Clarksville, watching this truck.
Yeah, guessing by the map, I'm assuming about 35 miles, maybe something in there, maybe less. But copy that. Good luck over there. Obviously, I'm not even down to where the freezing rain currently is. For the looks of it, I got the temperature blocks pulled up here on the weatherwise, and it's 34 down in Aberdeen, it's 27 in Tupelo, so it's not too far away from each other, really. So somewhere near Oklahoma and Amory, it's got to be where that freezing line is.
Yeah, chat, they're just taking their sweet time. Nothing ever gets done quick around here.
Yeah, it really looks like just southeast of the Arkansas border. It's kind of the line. So if I can make it to Greenville, Mississippi, I'm probably okay.
The temps there in Jackson were like 36, 37, so definitely be good before you get there.
That's literally, like, if I can get, so I have Mobile in the GPS right now, 7 hours, 440 miles, I'm just going to put Jackson in it.
Come on, guys, let's do this thing.
Just under 10 miles, Corey, we'll have the option to take the 2 minutes.
Oh, here we go. We got action. We got action. Drive away. You're just in the way. Casey, you're an extremely low IQ'd individual. I just want you to know that. Anyway, back to what do we have going on here? A lot of people talking. We got some movement now. Okay, they got the bed of the truck down now. So there looks like they're formulating a plan of some sort. Yeah, if they move the truck, It's hard for me to tell from this angle. There's another pole blocking me if the power pole is still actively leaning on the truck or if there's some space between the two, like it kind of bounced back. It's hard for me to tell from this angle. You're right, I'm not helping. How the hell am I supposed to help in this situation? All right, ban Casey. I can't stand just unintelligent people. Oh, Peapod already did it. Good work, Peapod. All right, here we go. Yeah, it might still be resting. It's really hard to tell, chat. I can try to zoom in a little bit. It looks awfully close. I can't tell if there might be a little bit of a gap because of that pole, but if it's not resting, and it's very, very close. So we'll see if we'll see what they do about the pole. Free Casey. That dude's crawling under the truck. Yep. The leaning telephone pole of Clarksville. We're about to see what happens here. We came here at the right time. Everyone's getting clear, so maybe they're thinking something's gonna fall, or who knows. I would move a little bit, but I don't want to. Where's the fox? Oh, my bad. Oh, I just honked. That's awkward. That's awkward. I was gonna say I would move. Oh, here they go. Okay, okay. It does not look like the pole. Okay, the pole is not on the truck at the moment. So the pole is upright for now. Anyway, what I was going to say is I would move to get a slightly better angle, but there's a Fox news station team to my left, and looks like they're a local station, so they're a little bit more important than me. So I'll let them keep their angle without me interrupting them. But all right, they're pulling the truck up. The pole looks fine. Pole looks stable. Honk again to let them know it's an accident? No, dude, that's so embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, obviously the pole is not fine. The pole is chalked. The pole is snapped somewhere, but there's a wire holding it up, so I don't think it's going to fall anymore. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, stable may be a stretch, but there's a wire. Unless a whole nother cable snaps, then that pole's not going anywhere. Alright, where's the sleet line? Still pretty far south. Should have another 30 minutes of snow here. Looks like it's gonna get a little heavier too. Help them? Bruh. Ugh. I was gonna say I need some lunch, but I really think I just need some caffeine. Is there Starbucks around here that's open? Gotta be. Did it actually open though? It says it's open. Of course, it's in a terrible spot. Thank you, Derek, for being a member for 12 months. Yeah, there's a Starbucks down the road. Waiting to see what they're gonna do anything else with this truck or this pole real quick. And there goes the truck up the ramp. Yep, truck skidded into the pole. Not really sure how, because it looked like it hit it really hard. I'm not sure how you do that, but he did it, or she did it, whichever one. Just Jay's. It's not, I can't choose who gifts memberships, brother. But if you would have just bought a membership for $1 a month, you could have had $10. You could have 10 months worth of membership instead of the $10 super chat you just gave me. So, yeah. Thank you, Pamela, for your PayPal donation. Just a joke. Okay, Just Jay. Just making sure. Just making sure, Just Jay. There's been some people in here who just... Yeah. Ugh. Alright, well, enough of this. That was cool. With some slightly heavier bands coming in, I'm gonna go to Starbucks. Oh, well, Chad, here's the angle of the telephone pole. That is chalked. Wow. Yeah. Wait, the telephone pole did fall. What the heck? Did we miss that, chat? Did we miss that? What the heck? When did the telephone pole fall? What the Sigma? I don't know when that thing fell, but we missed it. Oh, there were two. Okay, yeah, there were probably two. When it was hit. No, but okay, all right. It's not even worth it. When it was hit. No shit, chat. If you were in the stream 5 minutes ago, you'd know that we saw the pole standing upright. So therefore, the Starbucks isn't even open, is it? That's so chalked. Oh, brother. Yeah, that Starbucks isn't even open. Chalked. Little winter storm. Starbucks can't stay open. Little itty bitty winter storm. Only the freaking most publicly hyped winter storm of all time, and they close. Like, what? Yeah, Wendy's looks chalked too. I think they closed everything. Well, it looks like Cane's is open, but Cane's is mid, so that doesn't do me any good. Yeah, this road is cooked. There's so much snow, I'm sliding. Yeah, Don's is probably open. I'm just going to go up and down this road anyway, since I'm going towards Clarksdale and there's a heavy burst of snow coming in, so I'll figure something out. I'm not angry, okay? I'm not. I wouldn't even say I'm hangry. Okay, but chat. This is the part of the stream, chat, where I become very irritable because I've been live for 7 hours, and yeah, Gary, thank you for the tag gifted. Let's go, Gary. Yeah, Kane's chicken tastes like... it tastes like chicken, but like not seasoned. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It tastes like bland, chat. So... this is normal for Connor, yeah. You know what, chat? Maybe I am hangry. I don't even really know. But what I do know is I wanted a coffee, and Starbucks disappointed. Okay, now my windshield wipers are smudging again. Oh, a nap would be great if only I had the luxury. Buy some washer fluid. Is that the same person that was saying buy washer fluid earlier? Chat, I think I've said this 15 times in the last hour, maybe 2 hours. There's a hole in my washer fluid container, guys, okay? It does not hold washer fluid. Yes, that is my fault. No, there's nothing I can do about it anymore. Black Rifle Coffee is open. That is what I'm talking about. Finally, a real coffee company. Doesn't close down. I've never gotten this place before, but my hopes are high since they're open. What is this guy doing? You going forward? Okay, you're parking. All right. Irish cream. Okay, well, this guy's not going behind me. I need to figure out. I've never even looked at this menu before. You're in luck. National Irish Coffee Day. I don't know what Irish cream is. This is, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna roll up here. I have no idea what to get, but we'll see.
Hi, welcome to Black Rifle. Can I get a good name for the order?
Connor?
Hey, Connor, what can I do for you?
Can I have a second to look?
Yeah, of course. Give me 1 second.
Thank you. Yeah, Chad, I have no idea what to get. A latte with flavor? I like lattes, okay. Good news is, chat, there's nobody behind me, so. What kind of cold foam do you guys have?
So, let me double check. Typically, we do a vanilla cold foam. We could also do like a sugar-free caramel, a hazelnut, a cherry, a blackberry. We could do a spiced brown sugar.
Okay. Can I do just a medium cold brew, and then I'll just do the vanilla cold foam?
Yeah, of course. Did you want any splashes of milk in there?
Yeah, a couple, please.
I gotcha. And then, did you want any vanilla syrup in there as well?
No, thank you.
Alrighty, just black or no sweetener then?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alrighty, is there gonna be any other food or drinks for you today?
That'll be all.
I gotcha. I'll have a total for you. Window.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Chat, I like cold brews. Yeah, they're putting a couple splashes of milk in it. But I need something that tastes really strong to keep me sharp. Yeah, I mean, black coffee with a little butter sounds good too. The Lion can like a girly drink. How is a cold brew with cold foam a girly drink, chat? I disagree. A girly drink is like a 7-word Starbucks order that only the barista would understand. A cold brew is simple. The Lion does like black coffee, but he wanted a little bit of flavor. Oh boy, these guys are reversing. Okay, maybe not.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you a military veteran, first responder?
Uh-uh.
Are you part of the loyalty program?
No.
It's going to be $6.57 for you.
Oh.
You need a copy of your receipt?
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you. You too. Alright, Chad, this looks legit. Look at this. This looks legit, right? I don't know why they gave me a straw. The straw kind of makes it look dumb now that I look at it, but... Oh yeah, that's gonna taste good too. This is a legit looking drink, chat. Okay, this is exactly what I need. All right, into Clarksville we go. I'm gonna have to start moving back east here pretty quick because we're about to run out of snow. If you want to see a real crash out, wait till I'm trying to drive around and stream with no active snow falling. Very nice. It's not sweet, and then you get a little hint of sweetness from the cold foam. Still has that kind of black coffee punch to wake me up a little bit. Overall, good decision. Latte could have been good too, but I just caught a vibe from the menu.
Like, really, Redman, you don't say.
Alright, into Clarksville we go.
That's why we got to spend more time around each other sometimes. We need the extra support and awakenings.
Okay, guys.
You know, it's hard to figure some things out on your own sometimes, but we got it covered.
Alright, chat, let's calm down.
That's true. I always wonder, like, when my power goes out during the winter, like, my AC somehow kicks in, though. It's really cold.
Alright, it's snowing a little bit better now here. We got this last kind of wave coming through. And then I think we're going to have to go north after that. Okay, Matt. Chat's off the rails.
Everybody's gonna start like flying because like, oh, the road just went, and they're gonna hit this bridge and wipe out.
Ever had cold foam? Cold foam is.
That's where the majority of these accidents happen.
Cold foam is good.
Get
Get some Starbucks. Sheila, I know for a Sheila. I know for a fact that you have been in the stream at least an hour, and you know damn well Starbucks is closed.
Right now, you guys had like 55
you're trolling.
Southeast.
Like Sheila, I know you know that we literally tried to get Starbucks.
We're headed east to the counter.
Yeah, east into Tupelo, and then south.
Raphael wants to eat a dinosaur. Okay, Raphael. What is my chat today? Okay. Going into downtown's Clarksville. Chat, is there a Clarksdale? Okay, there's a Clarksdale in Mississippi. I keep wanting to say Clarksdale, but it's Clarksville. But there is a Clarksdale. It's just in Mississippi. Okay, Max. Okay, dude. What the hell?
All the way down to Meridian.
I think I scared Sheila off. Sorry for crashing out on you, Sheila. You know damn well you were just trolling me. Yeah, this is actually kind of a mess. I don't know how much snow they have here, but it's only like, I think it's only like 2 inches, chat, but 2 inches can do a lot of damage, guys, okay? And it's absolutely pummeling Clarksville right now. We had that truck into the telephone pole, roads are covered, cars sliding around. Downtown is up here. I think a little ways. Chat, is Clarksville a nice, does that have like a nice downtown area?
That is the first thing I heard when I got back in the car.
We already went to Nashville today. Hello, kids. I'm Barney.
Yeah, same
Okay,
Z's.
dude.
I just heard that as well, so that's gonna be even better for me.
Well, I just stopped here in Pine Bluff, got me some catfish and chicken gizzards.
Okay, country boy. I wish you guys could see some of these. I genuinely wish you guys could see some of these chats that my mods have to prevent from going into the general chat, because some of you guys have some serious issues that need therapy work. Krista says Clarksville is like Memphis. That is a strong opinion. We'll see if it's right or not. Not much of a downtown. Well, if it starts getting rough, I'll just flip around and go back to the highway. Nothing like Memphis. Clarksville is not like Memphis. Yeah, I mean, I figured there was a slightly over dramatic, but Clarksville's not safe, brother. Get out of there before dark. Luckily for me, Krista, I have about 3 hours to get out of Clarksville. And the good news is usually in a winter storm, even crime usually goes down. Even crime stops for the weather. All right, we got some sleet mixing in. The precipitation's getting heavier, but there is a little sleet. Oh, come on, Starlink. All right, we're good. We're back. We're back. Starlink crashed or something. We're back.